Yeah. He's in the Zoom. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Amy's elsewhere, so, okay, I've got this. So what we're going to do, we're just going to start by sitting down. Feeling the sitting bones on the chair, feeling the ground under the feet. Get yourself in a comfortable position, get yourself in a relaxed posture, but upright. So you're relaxed but upright. So the head is floating and the hips are sinking. Notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. And we're just following the breath in, following the breath out. Following the breath. Noticing contact to the ground. As you breathe in and breathe out, just allow your thoughts to settle. And calm down. Notice what you're sensing. Following the breath in, following the breath out. connecting to the ground. Good. So, being aware of, what you're doing and what you're noticing is a really good way of getting into putting into practice. Because then when you're doing the movement, I was teaching someone quite new, and I was doing something, and it involved doing one leg opposite to the other leg or something, or doing a movement, and they couldn't do it at all because they actually weren't aware that what they were doing was different to me. And actually this art requires observational skills of watching what's going on, but also observational skills of what you're doing. And I think in this country, probably, and maybe other countries too around this hemisphere, we're not really encouraged to. We're encouraged to maybe think about things and work things out, but we're not encouraged to embody and feel what's going on. So it's
unless you're a dancer, you're not.
Unless you're a dancer, and I was noticing in like I did when I was younger. I did some dance classes. I couldn't do martial art classes because I mangled my shoulders. So just out of sheer desperation, I thought, right, I'm going to do dancing. So I was going to dancing classes, and there was a guy from Mexico, and they dance. And when he was also a football player, and when he was doing the dance classes, he just moved really well. And the ones that were from, so certain countries have got almost a propensity to be able to pick up things like Tai Chi also because of the movement.
Very stiff and
yeah.
Dancing is always like that. It's never gay abandon.
Yeah. So it's just quite interesting. But just because we've got a kind of cultural, we've got some cultural interferences with doing, doesn't mean we can't do it. Yeah, but it's that's just. But you can by practicing you can get better. I mean, I was noticing. Let's Daisy.
There's a play in London called Black Guys Can't Swim.
Yeah,
really.
What was the play?
Black men can't swim.
Oh,
but it seems to be. Yeah, that's right.
You
so
can
they
believe.
off.
And actually the belief, if you practice anything, you're going to improve at it.
Yeah,
so that's the thing.
Card, you put it up.
Yeah.
Like most boyfriend can dance. They've got no beat or something.
Yeah. But then
Because
you see
never
Fred
had
Astaire,
to.
they could. People like Fred Astaire and Wayne Steep and all those.
You know, when you're at school, it was always boys, girls. It was no sort of dancing.
But that's just
it's just the thing.
That's just the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's what's
You
actually
can't do it.
You can't do it. Yeah.
You never get the opportunity.
So although coordination isn't something that we're naturally practicing, I think having seen people from different places and different countries, and I'm going to a Tai Chi seminar. I'm spending 5 days doing Tai Chi. That's why I can't make. I've got one of them is on the community music that I do, so I've got training in the community music. And then the week after I'm doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, all day Tai Chi. 4 days with the master and 1 day with my teacher Eva in Reading. And I'm really looking forward to it actually. But the good thing about the seminars with this master is that people come from all different countries and all different cultures. And I see the people that have been doing it for a long time, whatever country they've arrived from, if they've been practicing and they've been, you know, people that have been doing it 20, 30 years, but you can't see the difference.
I'm laughing because I had two girls from Martinique in the Caribbean.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is years ago. And they said, can we teach you a dance? I said, well, we'll not to you. So they had the video. It was only twerking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I'm gonna take this
No, I
one
don't
down.
think I'm into that.
So just very, very gentle, very gentle, bouncing, very gentle bouncing. So
I was quite pleased they thought I wouldn't be able to do it,
but you could do anything. I mean, like, there's a guy who's teaching this sort of, what do they call the body? What's the thing where they just use the body weight and roll around and? No, no. It's, they do weight, it's a thing, animal flow. He does a combination of animal flow and how do you pronounce it? Calisthenics?
Calisthenics is
Something
like that.
Yeah,
Calisthenics is just got keeping still and
Yeah.
holding your body weight.
he does that one,
Oh,
that one, and the other one. And the
That
animal
will
flow.
be
Yeah. He does all that, and he started teaching it, and then he got his, I've been sort of looking at the odd videos and things, because it's quite useful for bone, I'm looking at bone density is what I'm gonna be working on for the bone density, mobility and balance, I think, and strength. For the rest of my life, I think. And we do this, and his mum and dad are sometimes joining him on his exercise videos. And he started before they did, and they just started learning of him. And they're just as good as he is at doing these movements. So you can do actually, if we not do the shaking, we're just gonna do the flowing, the weight transfer from one foot to the other. So I'll put my friend's music on, but I left the speaker thing on, but I'll just have it on my phone, and it'll be in the background. And we're gonna look at we'll look at part of the World Horses Mane. We'll do it as a walking thing. And also maybe brush knee and twist as well. And then we'll come back to step back and repulse the monkey. We've been looking at it for a few weeks. Good to have some time. So the other thing is, last one will be on for the year. Will be on the it's 16, the 16th of December. That will be our last one. Now I'm not doing the one on the 23rd because I think that's a little too close to Christmas. And where everyone will be in the shops, isn't it? They'll all be in the shops. So now, if you just shake, so we're now going to do a shake and a weight transfer. And we were focusing on the breath. So if I come in a little closer to them, so what I'm doing is I'm shaking, very gently shaking, look, this is it from the side. This is it from the side, and I've done the shaking with Emma. Now she went all the way to China, to go and learn of the shaking and bouncing master. And all he did all day long was bouncing and shaking. He was also a very good kung fu guy. You wouldn't want to nick his sweets. But his main focus was the shake and the bounce. And it's very gentle, and you don't have to do a vigorous shake. You can just do a very little, tiny. So you're kind of almost shaking. And she said it's like a massage for your internal organs. And then you can go back and forward, and then round and round. Okay, we'll just do the round and round. We'll do back and forth without the shaking, but just so you can see. So I'm on Sunday. I was being filmed for a film that I ended up almost accidentally being in. There's someone apparently I was supposed to be on the music end of things as the musician, and then then I got a phone call from the guy who was making the film. He's one of the teachers at the university in London somewhere. I said, "Oh, have you done any acting?" And I'm like, "Well, no, but but I said, I'm happy to give it a bash if it's nothing too complicated." He goes, "Oh, you just have to read some lines." I said, "Oh, I can read, yeah, all right, I'll give it a bash." And what's the pay? We're getting 150 quid a day. Wow. And we were getting our travel on top, and I'm like, yeah, I'm there. I can do that. I can do that. You know, God, goodness me, you know, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's really good, you know. I don't even earn that some days, so that's
Every
great.
day could you can? You can just turn up for that.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I've been thinking about it because it wasn't that hard. You just had to be able to follow instructions and notice what you were doing. You know, remember some, you know, do some lines. So it was quite good. But then they needed an extra bit of film of, they wanted a film of a portrait of all the different actors that are involved in this production. It's probably in some obscure, end up in some obscure festival.
Yeah.
That only like film students watch it. I think it was one of those things. But I don't care, I was getting paid. So
So we won't be in the cinema and going, oh.
no. It's like an art film. It's an art film.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, you know, you might
I think I'm in a medical book somewhere.
yeah,
They sorted my teeth out for free, and that was the deal.
yeah.
Took lots of pictures of it.
Well, a lot of actors, and then we're going round in a circle now. A lot of actors, actually, a lot of them end up in like they have to pretend to be patients
Yeah.
for the doctor,
Yeah.
the student doctors, and they get paid proper
Oh yeah, it was one of them.
rates, and it makes a video.
Yeah, every day he had to stop every
Like a
5
learning
minutes.
video.
12 people would stare at me.
Like, yeah, whatever. But I mean, I just do. But
Social media, I know man, because I was interviewed going to various jewelry shops, bridal shops, because I was with all the family. Do you mind us videoing you? I thought we'd never be showing you someone.
that's great. But once he'd finished doing my portrait, he's a Tai Chi player. He teaches classes. So, like, if you're finished, great. Let's do some Tai Chi. So we did about an hour and a bit of Tai Chi, and I was showing him the bouncing movements and how you can use them for martial application as well as and what they were good for. And he had some bad knees, so I showed him some knee exercises and stuff. So it was actually quite productive. And then he showed me a couple of things he'd been working on. So it's actually really productive, really good. And we're just going around. So what we want to do is you want to feel the feet. But one thing we were both all the teachers that we're both seeing was just noticing, always paying attention to what's going on. And yeah, so we go round in the circle. Now we're going round in the other direction. And it feels weird, doesn't it? Yeah. So it's like our bodies, when they got put together, I think they probably started off kind of even. I mean, it might have had a predisposition for right hand or left handedness, or both hands.
I think we've always had that as soon as we started thinking things.
Yeah, soon. Yeah. With me, I'm
Ambidextrous.
yeah.
And my husband was. My two children are, well, to some extent. One joint hand.
But you can
they're
actually
left-handed.
become ambidextrous just by using both sides.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a. You can do all sorts of stuff. Okay.
I just know my son writes with his right hand, but if he plays the guitar, it's left.
Okay, just turning them.
Everything's left except for that.
To
Eating?
Yeah, you know, he's laid the table, I mean, he's what, nearly 50, and he still lays it the wrong way. He just said, Mark's laid the table.
Yeah.
And my daughter's the
But
opposite.
there's like habits and there's things, but you don't, just because you have a way of doing things doesn't mean you can't change it with practice. So it's been quite an interesting couple of months really, and then we're going in the other direction.
Yeah, I mean, I was told with my two children, just let them make up their minds, don't force them. So I put a couple of mixed up. Adults.
And then We're missing a couple of people, aren't we?
Yeah, well, was it hospital, isn't she?
Sue's having her operation
Yeah.
Oh,
tonight.
yes. Not sure when she'll be back either, but.
Yeah.
Do you actually get to see her? Does she live near you?
Well, she just lives in second bungalow in there,
Okay,
but her daughter's gonna let us know where she is.
oh, good, okay, that's good, and then just let her know when we're back. So, yeah, we're having the 16th of December will be the last one. And then I'm actually taking 3 weeks off, because I didn't get a holiday this year, because of the car. I'm having 3 weeks off over the Christmas break. So,
you can
Slow.
yeah, so I can.
Challenge.
Well, I'll go out and do things and go out and walk in nature and I just wear lots of thermals.
I think it's lovely walking in the cold, it's just the rain though. But then if
But
you dress
if you were
very
never
nice,
here, if you're dressed correctly, I mean, that's where the awareness and needs to come in. If you're dressed appropriately, you can go anywhere in any weather, pretty much. We'll do some qigong and then we're going to we'll look a bit on the form as well. So I've been listening to some of the John Kabat-Zinn meditations. He's much easier to understand than Tara, but her voice is so relaxing. So it's a bit of a. I've tried a few. And there's a guy called Ollie. He does some meditating online. He's really good. And the other side.
Maddie,
Yeah, won't she?
she was on holiday,
Oh,
so I asked her, that's it. And Barbara, the one in the wheelchair,
yeah.
she fell down and hurt her. Got over that and then did it again, I think.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What was it? What happened? The shoulder or the leg?
The leg, I mean, years ago, she's got nothing there, she's got no strength in that leg. The muscles and everything have come away from whatever and
Yeah, that's
can't
what
do
I'm
anything with it. Well, not unless you've got a lot of money.
Even then, like you could have an operation that costs lots of money, it might not even work. You
No,
know?
it is,
Yeah.
I just don't consume stuff.
Yeah. Nice. Ah. Right, okay. I'm just very gently kicking. We're not doing too much for the warm up. We're paying attention to what the nose is, and then just go across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's quite warm, isn't it?
Oh, it was cold. We were freezing in that hall, weren't we?
No.
And then we're doing this one, Reach. We were in Reach this morning.
No, they're not gonna eat on here.
The heating was not on, and they'd opened all the curtains, and the windows are massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got across. You see, this one.
Yeah.
The window.
And I went like this.
That's it. Marvellous. Okay, let's make sure we've got enough space. Yeah. Okay, we'll just do some basic qigong exercises, and then I'd like to look at the so we've been working on step back and repulse the monkey. We've been working on and that one we've been doing quite a lot. We'll do a little bit as a health exercise, but we won't do the footwork this week. We'll wait till we've got a few more people back. And then we'll also look at part of the wild horse's mane and brush, knee and push, possibly white crane. We might do them as health exercises. And then that's a sneaky way of learning things without having to remember too much. And it seems to work much better. I've changed how I teach the form. So we're doing rooting down. So we breathe in, I'll just show you from the side. Look, so the arms are in front, and then you're sinking the hips move first. Hips moving first. The breath moves, so you breathe in, Hips move, hands move. The arm back. Okay, just tune into your spine. The head floats, and then the bottom of the spine, you want to hang down. Feel the ground under your feet. Tune into the feet. Have a little bit of a wiggle, wiggle the toes a bit, just to really tune into those feet. And then we're going to do the wild goose, flying wild goose. So we're just breathing in. And then when you breathe out, extend the fingers. Breathing out to extend the fingers. Change. Up and flat. And down. So we're just a nice round shape in the arms. So you come up through the middle and down. Nice. They swap each time. So if there's one that's been in front, put the other one in front after, and that should hopefully work. Unless you forget, then you might do the same one 3 times in a row, possibly 4 or 5. It's just what happens. It's like the mindfulness. It's very difficult because I've been noticing. I've been really trying to do. I've been doing as well as the half-hour meditation with my there's a whole gang of us now. There was about 72 this morning on meditating online. This morning, well, practicing trying to meditate online, and then I've been doing the guided ones that are like 5-10 minutes. I tried a 20-minute one, or a 30-minute one with out of curiosity last night. Just let your arms relax. And I didn't get on with it at all. So I'm going to do the 5-10 minute ones. I can cope with those. And then once I get them really good, then I'm going to do the 30-minute one. So I just completely lost the plot. I was like, oh no, this isn't working. So you just have to be realistic and just do what feels comfortable. And then And then you just push it each time slightly, and then you get better. So it's fine. It was worth finding out what I could do. You know? So now the dragon plucks the stars from the sky. It's a good one for shoulders. And then we pull down. I'm sinking with the hips. So it's a similar kind of movement in that there's this up and down thing. You're breathing. And then breathing. Oh. No, I've been stuck in traffic mostly today. I don't know what was going on. I got stuck in traffic on the way back to Cambridge.
No, it's not half term yet, is it?
I know, it's
Really get quiet, isn't it? Something must have happened in the A14.
something must, I think, oh yes, there was something on the A14. Something happened. The guy on the news was saying that the travel report, I get the travel report coming in my car.
Yeah.
Bit like magic.
So almost the
A14, A14, yeah. That's it, much better. And then pull down, nice and slow, nice and slow. One more time at each side. Here we go.
Probably because it's roads around here, isn't it?
Okay, take a bigger start. We'll do the polishing the table. So you sink the hips back, the hands come sweep across. And then we come back to the middle. And then we turn, we go in the other direction. So always change the direction each time. And put it back where you found it. Always put it back where you found it. And don't worry if you end up doing the same direction twice, it just what happens. Just try and remember, it's sometimes very difficult to notice that you've gone in the same direction 3 or 4 or 5 times. And then you just think, hang on a minute, have I gone that way? No, it's this way. And then you work it out. And then sometimes you might be correct, you know, and then eventually, through practice, then you can feel which one you've done. And then it works better, but you know, it's difficult. We don't. Some different cultures have an innate advantage because they're actually taught to notice when they're moving, and we don't really do that. Okay, one more time. Marvelous. Okay, little shake out. Another one. So we go round and round in a circle like this. Try 4 this side. 1, 2, 3. Well, so one of my friends is a DJ, and then it's like we're doing the turntables, but very slowly. Tai Chi DJ. So that's it. So yeah, she does the turntable. She's amazing. She makes these amazing things out of records and she does all that. And it always sounds amazing. And there's not many women doing that.
And men doing it now.
And she's also she's mixed culture as well. I think she's from the UK and also I think maybe Iran or something. I can't quite remember. Something like that. So that's quite very unusual.
Yeah.
Well, it might be some Arabic something or other. Sort of. One of the Muslim countries, one of the many Muslim countries.
Yeah.
I remember her, but you know, but she's amazing. But I always think of her when I do this one. You can do little, do your turning the, what do they call that when they do that?
Mixing.
Mixing.
Is that what it is?
Mixing. Something like that. And then you hear it go.
Mixing now,
Scratching.
Scratching, yeah, the scratching.
Scratching is when you go backwards a bit.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going backwards forwards. Let's see.
Oh.
Very nice, okay, let's go for that. Tai Chi records, Tai Chi DJ. Tai Chi DJ. So, I'll just show you part of the wild horse's mane and brush knee and push. How it shows up. So this is how I'm doing it at the moment. So I'll just show you. So this is what we do, and we're doing it in the form, which is with the foot work, with the footsteps. So we've been looking at breathing as well. So I breathe in, and then when I go forward, I'm breathing out, and then I'm breathing in, and then breathe out, and then I breathe in, I breathe out, I breathe in, and I breathe out. So that's the part of the wild horse's mane. And then when you've done your fourth one, you then go into side step, grasp the sparrow's tail, white crane spreads its wings. So white crane spreads its wings is a great exercise. You can do double, you can do it for balance. So you like this, it kind of like a breath, it's like breathing in and breathing out. And then like this. And then actually we'll do this as a little health exercise. So we'll just look at the feet. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, heel toe. Transfer. Breathe out. Breathe in. So you're going to parallel stance. So look, parallel stance. Go from parallel stance to cat stance. And you just give yourself time to really get settled. You want to feel settled and unhurried. We can speed up later. You want to feel comfy. Nice. And then heel toe. So what I do is I keep my weight, this is empty, this leg is empty, and just step wide enough so that you're not having to put your weight in the leg too early. You want to keep the weight, and then you transfer, and then you're like this, you see. And the tall through the head, and we're looking forward. Sleepy tiger eyes like a sleepy tiger, they're relaxed but alert, like Missy, when she could see I was eating the porridge, and then she was looking at me, and then she looked at the door, and then I got up from my porridge, and I opened the door, and then she stood there and didn't go out. You know, very annoying. So I'm spending a week with Missy. So in the Tai Chi classics, it says move like a cat. Move like a cat. So imagine it's cat-like movement. Very stealthy, like you're sneaking up on that mouse. It's horrible. And yeah, I wish you'd become a vegan sometime and shake out. So find some more. Okay, now we're not going to do the footwork, we're just going to do the arms. So like this, grasp the sparrow's tail. That's a sparrow. It's not an eagle. That's an eagle. That's a sparrow. Get it right. Don't confuse your tiny little sparrow's tail. Yes. Grasp the sparrow's tail. So, just relax. There's a very funny cartoon, and there's a pigeon, of a drawing of a pigeon sitting in a tree next to the sparrow. And then there's somebody doing Tai Chi. And then the pigeon turns to the sparrow and says, "Watch out, he's going to grab your tail." It's very funny if you're a Tai Chi person. It's hilarious.
Now we know.
The only people that understand that joke are Tai Chi players. It's like, oh, that's hilarious. Watch out, he's going to grab it. So grasp the sparrow's tail, and then white crane spreads its wings. So you see there's a nice round shape here. We're just doing it in the middle. And it makes an S shape. Yeah, that's it. A palm up, and then it's slightly forward. So it goes here, and then you drop that elbow a bit. So it's like you're patting a tall person on the nose. Yeah, and then you come down, grasp the sparrow's tail, and then we're doing it both sides as a health exercise. Stretch, release. Just to there. So it's there, and then to there. That's it. And then down. Right. Release. down, grasping the sparrow's tail. And then if you transfer, grasp the sparrow's tail, white crane spreads its wings, like that. And then we'll do it with the footwork in a minute, but we're just getting that. And then this time you come up into cat stance and then slightly forward. Then you go down in the middle, grasp the sparrow's tail, cat stance. White crane spreads its wings. So imagine a white crane. So we do actually have white cranes in this country sometimes. The reason why we're called Grey Heron Internal Arts is because when Mike founded this school, there were no white cranes in the UK, and the closest thing to a white crane was a grey heron. There weren't even little egrets, would have been better actually. Little egret internal arts would have been better, but they weren't around then either. So it was a grey heron. And then the year after, he was very annoyed because he would have loved to have watched, called it White Crane Internal Arts School. But because he's a bird watcher and likes to be accurate, he went, well, grey heron, that'll do. That's like a British version of white crane. And then maybe a few months later, there had been reports of white cranes spotted in the UK. He was gutted. So there we go. White crane spreads its wings. So we go down. So yeah, don't be in a hurry to move. Watch what I'm doing. Just relax. Watch what I'm doing. This. I get that right. I get comfortable. Then I transfer my weight. Then I do the movement. And then I finish it off. It's like you open and then you close. So I went to Newcastle many years ago and very foolishly asked my friend, who's a much more experienced Tai Chi player than me, what does this bit, why do they do that bit? And he goes, oh, I know why. He goes, right, throw me a hook punch. So I threw him a hook punch and he goes, oh, wait a minute. And he puts a big crash mat against the wall.
We should have known that.
Don't ask, because he was doing all that. So I went and did the punch and he kind of went like that and then he went bang. And then I flew to the crash mat and bumped against it. And I went, he goes, that's why we do it. And I went, oh, very good. Would you like me to show you again? No, I'm all right. I think I understood that. That's great.
Because it looks so soft.
Yeah, it's soft. That's the thing. It's sneak attack. It's a sneak attack. So you soften and it's soft. And then if you want to, that's where the bouncing and shaking come in. When you do your Far Jin, it's called. We were talking. Redmond, the guy who was the filmmaker, was the Tai Chi player. He was asking me, very foolishly asked me about Far Jin. And then, that's why I'm doing all this stuff. Because then, and I showed him what you do is you find a tree and you kind of go against a tree. And you can actually see it's a nice big tree. You can actually see the tree. Ask the tree's permission first, and then you because they probably don't want to be
I remember
shaking that. But and then I said, right, now you do that, and then I just went, and then he went, I went, that's why you do the bouncing and shaking. I was like, oh, okay, but I did it much softer because obviously I'm not a big macho guy with an ego to prove, splat against the wall. No, that's just vulgar. So I just said it very, and then he went, oh, I said, yeah.
This is unexpected because
Yeah.
you just do it.
And so when you're doing the this one, that's what that is. So it moves something out of the way, and then you come in. So it could be and when I did it with Faraz, he said it could be a forearm. It could be it's an elbow down something. So you get your feet in the right place, then put your arms. So you get this nice round shape, and then this is brushing the knee here. You see, so the other thing is that and then he said, now try it with one of those and a kick. So what you're doing is and then that is code for a kick. So when you get a cat stance like that, that's code for a kick. So you've blocked something coming that way, there might be a kick coming that way, so you've got out the way, poof, and splat, and then splat, and then run. So, feels very good. So it's like when we're doing Tai Chi, we're getting rooted down, so we're very hard to fall over, but we're very nimble and agile, and we can just move around and run away, and then no one knows anything, and it's all cool.
I didn't expect that. It's anyway.
No, it's like, I was just going, he's just fallen, oh, you fallen down, oh dear. And, you know, I've only used in the, yeah, let's keep, let's go back to this one while I'm waffling. Because it's in here as well, you've got I started Tai Chi in 95, then I had a bit of a gap because I couldn't find a teacher for a few years, and then I found Mike. And then, that was great. And, in the nearly 30 years I've been trying to do this art, I've only ever had to use it twice, maybe 3 times in a sort of self-defense type of thing.
Yeah.
And all the times I've hardly done it. And sometimes I was working in a challenging behaviour unit, and if I was playing my fiddle, someone might grab my arm, so I just get out of the way, carry on fiddling, and you just relax. You relax, and you don't, you know. And that was one time I was using it and kind of extra going on. One of them got a bit headbutty, so I held my viola and bow in one, and then I just had the head doing that against my shoulder and sinking. And then after about 5 minutes, I said, have you had enough yet? And then she'd stop and then touch my ear. I said, okay, I'll play some music for you then. Good. And it was all fine, and everyone was very, I got asked back, so that was good. It was like, and so, yeah, I work here somewhere until the funding goes, and then, but I get to practice coaching, and then there was another time, I was stewarding at Strawberry Fair, and I did a bit of, wave hands like clouds, followed by a double-handed push from a rather drunk person who wanted me to dance with them. And I just very, very slowly and very gently, and I was smiling all the time, and waved afterwards. He looked very confused, and my Tai Chi instructor was next to me, and he went, And then about 5 years later, I was stewarding again at Strawberry Fair, and they went, "Here, did you hear the one about that long-haired steward that beat that bloke up?" And I went, "Oh, I'd have loved to have seen that. That sounds really scary." So it was me, but they sort of exaggerated.
It's not much fun if we can't exaggerate. So
let's try that again. So we're just breathing. Now get your feet in the right places. And then we're just breathing in. And you breathe out. Oh. There we go, that's when you get a splat. And then like that. Now step the foot to the side. So you want to get it to the side, you don't want it in front. You want it so it's parallel. And then you're breathing out across the sparrow's tail. Come across, breathe in. Breathe out. Right, there you go, much better. So you want to relax the shoulders, so we're not like this, we're like this, we're upright. So nice and upright. Let's try a couple more. So remember, when you do this bit, your feet are parallel. That's it. Then you transfer the weight, then you get your feet like here. Then you do that. So actually, we'll do this first, then do that. I think that's going to be easier. Okay, what do your feet do? Try again. Like this. Get your feet parallel. Then do that. Then go like this. Then do that. Transfer. In the middle, parallel. Right, the sparrow's tail. So be in this. Don't think about the next bit until we need to do the next bit. So be where you are. Then you transfer, get your feet in the right spots. Then you move. And then you do the and send the person into the crash mat. Yeah. Can you feel the difference about it's very the problem is we're encouraged to do everything like yesterday. And we're encouraged to do everything yesterday and in a big hurry, big tearing hurry. And actually what we want to do, what we want to develop doing is getting our feet in the right place and getting our arms in the right place. And in order to get the feet and the arms in the right place, you need to take a bit longer. Sorry. just for now. Eventually, let me just show you what this becomes. You can even do that. And really, you can do it as a balancing exercise. So you're like this, and it's like a breathing in and out. And then it goes down, up, up. And then if you want to have more fun, you can then lift up your foot in the air and just stay there for a while, and then you move, and then you lift your foot up in the air and just stay there, you know, maybe phone your mum or something. Or,
Try that later with a next to us.
So it's like, oh, you know, phone your mates, go, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm just standing around, I'm all right, yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to do that.
I don't think.
You could clearly clean your teeth in white cream on one leg. Master time, stationer.
You do get some balance.
Yeah, well, the arms kind of balance, and you get the round shape, and then so it's like an open close. You know when we do the open close? Let's do open close. So I don't think we're going to get any more moves than white crane today. Sorry. But open close. But this one works balance. So the basic theme is balance. Balance, balance, balance. We want to get good balance. Especially with all the leaves and things. You just want to it's all good. So stability, actually it's not just balance, it's stability, it's stable posture. But actually you don't need to do any balancing at all. Because you're rooted and you're stable. I think that's probably safer. And then if you lose your root, then you can get your balance back. Easier because you know what stable feels like. So this is open, close, open, close, and then you can do open close. So that the white crane is almost like that, close. So I've done things open. It's like a diagonal. Diagonal, open, close, open, close. Marvelous. Open. Yeah, breathing in, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, with that in mind, let's try that again. So it's nice of that. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Transfer the weight. Cat stance. Open. Close. Parallel. 50-50. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Transfer the weight. Cat stance. Open. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine. You get the feeling. You get the feeling. Okay. Part of the wild horse's mane as a health exercise, and at least we've done more than one move. So just follow. Just mirror. So part of the wild horse's mane. So the wild horse associated with the element of fire, according to Mike. So think of a fiery. So part wild horses now. So this is just a health exercise without the stepping. So palm up, palm down, that's not bad. Then you come across, so you come shoulder height, hold the ball, put it across. And think of a spiral, like a spring being pushed down, then the spring uncoils. Uncoil the spring, palm down, palm up. Come across, and keep breathing. Keep breathing in. Coil the spring, uncoil. So if you had a frisbee, you could throw it the Tai Chi way, and then come across. Yeah, try it. Try it. I did one with just relax. I was practicing my this movement, and I had a toy aeroplane. You know, one of those polystyrene ones. It cost about a fiver. They're great. And so I was just going like this. And the plane, seeing how far the plane goes, very good. And I sent it to I sent it to Mark Peters, and he says, "You're not sinking your hips enough." Oh, so there we are. So nice and tall, and then we better move the room back to where we're from. Let's do embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. So we managed to do more than one move, so that's impressive. But that was good. That worked your balance. Really good. Feeling more solid in the feet, which is a bonus. Okay, so here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. I think Amy was doing something social and fun with the dog food. Breathe out.
Got a life, basically.
She's got a life, yeah. I mean, I just do this all the time. I'm either playing music, I'm either moving about, or I'm playing music at people. That's pretty much it. That's all I do.
Or Angel.
Well, yeah. Well, no, it's professional dram. Actually,
Yeah.
professional dram.
Paid drum.
Yeah. So paid dram. No,
Remember our names. won't
Yeah,
you?
when you're
I don't think. No, I'm not going to be in the next. I'd love to be in a James Bond. Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh, I'd love it.
In the background.
That's one of the ones because I don't get to do the martial arts. You know,
Yeah.
so great. I'd love to do that, but no, we actually had a proper actor that had been on telly with us. Because she looked familiar and she'd been on a few, not like a mega superstar, but someone.
Embarrassed back then, who are you?
No,
No, something else.
I don't really care quite frankly, so I just, I was just nice to everyone.
Great start, you can't recognise.
Well, I don't have a television. I told her I don't have a television,
Oh,
so that helps.
You've got the right to know.
Yeah, if you've been on the radio, I might recognise your voice. Yeah. So, quite annoying. No, my job, it's just, I haven't got time for.
Yeah, Jenny's not.
I'll watch something sometimes, like if I'm house sitting, I'll watch some television for a bit and then go, no, I'd rather do some Tai Chi actually, and then I'll switch it off and do more Tai Chi, that's pretty much it.
I do watch it, but I switch it off at 9 because anything.
Yeah,
Well, it's nine, it's
I
always-
watched it with my nieces, we had a good time. It was very good, and then that was enough, and I'm like, oh, should we watch something else? I was like, no, let's.
Cambridge pretty good, given me to them all the time, and the big Rory Radio, 5 years.
So nice and tall,
Stephen Hawkins.
breathing in and out. And we make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top, finger feet together, and wow. Well done, that was nice. Okay.
You went in the more, you know.
Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.